I'm gonna be upset if my phone falls down, right? So, here's what's going on. You can see my eye. Okay, you see it. So, I had a retinal detachment started about, I guess it would be 4 or 5 days ago now. I drove down to Santo Domingo and I got uh, emergency retinal detachment surgery. Quadrant of my retina had detached, and the team over there at CCCRP, Arlovia, and Nurse Clarabelle, they all did a great job, and I can see out of my eye now. But it's swollen shut, so my good friend was here earlier and yesterday helping me out, but I'm on my own now. So I have to put in 3 sets of eye drops at 5-minute intervals over the next 10 minutes. It's going to be terrible content probably, but if anyone out there likes watching me be in pain, you're going to love it. You're going to love this. It's going to be your favorite video of mine. This is for you. Alright, this is the last one. So, this is the other one, yeah. So, here we go. Got a little tissue here, right? We need that tissue for sure. So, that's a tissue. I'm going to start with this one. They all hurt, so none of them really feel good, you know. Yeah, none of them really feel good, so don't laugh. Here we go. Hopefully I make it. Don't miss. Don't miss. I missed a couple times with that one, but I got it in there. That was the first one. So I went back to see Dr. Battle today. He opened up my eye and he put something in there, I guess, to check and see if the retina was successfully reconnected. He said it was. When I first opened my eye, it was still like black. I couldn't see anything. Well, I guess I should tell you the whole story, what happened. So, if you end up in a situation where you're experiencing a retina detachment, you basically have to go for emergency surgery right away, because if it detaches completely from the back of your eyeball, they can't reverse that. There's nothing to do. You'll be blind in that eye for forever. At least that's my understanding of it. So basically 25% of my retina had detached from the back of my eye. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not putting in the same drop twice. I better do this one right. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, well, I don't really have a choice, because you either don't do it and potentially your eye's going to, the rest of the retinal detaching and lose your vision. And if that happens, then, you can't undo that later. So, I had no choice but to do it. Now, you guys know I've been a truck driver for the majority of my life. I would like to have sight out of both of my eyes, and right now, I'm very grateful that I do. Now, I still have to treat this so it heals up, and hopefully the vision comes back to what it was before. So, that's what we're doing now. But it was very scary. I did not like it at all. It's something that I don't wish any of you have to experience, even with anesthesia, being, semi-conscious. Because they do sedate you, but being semi-conscious when somebody is, peeling back the layers of your eyeball, it's a little bit, it's a little discomforting, even though the doctors were great, and, I had to stay awake so they could talk to me, tell me, be still, don't move your eye right now, things like that. But it's really not something you look forward to. It's really not. And I was nervous. Luckily, my friend came, who's in med school. She came. Sorry about the noise outside. It's rush hour here. I'm in Santo Domingo, and there's a lot of traffic here. So I went over there, and I did all these tests. You know, I took every possible test you can imagine. I took a physical, blood test. You know what I mean? Take your blood pressure. They ask you a million questions because they have to know if they can sedate you and stuff like that. But that's more or less what happened today, yesterday. And then I left. Actually, I left and I came back here to set all my things down. And I went back, and they put me in a gown and everything, and they took me in the back for about 45 minutes, and they basically operated on this side of my eyeball, and they were able to reattach the retina. But if any of you ever have an issue like that, basically it started with me. Well, I'll tell you how. Let me put this second set of drops in, and let me tell you how it came on. And Dr. Battle even told me, he said I made a very intelligent decision because I drove down here at 10:30 at night 2 days ago, you know, with just a pair of clothes and my backpack and some money. And I drove down here because I had a feeling that that was what was happening because I had spoken to an optometrist in 2023 about glaucoma and retinal detachments, you know. But if it detaches completely, there's nothing they can do. They have to attach it, you know, while it's still connected. So if they don't, you'll lose your vision permanently. But let me put this second set of drops in, and then I'll tell you how it all started. Oh, where's my tissue? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah. Feel free to laugh. I'm nervously trying to put these things in my eye. Okay, that's one enough. Oh, that's the one that stings. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one feels great. I love it, man. I love it. Oh, that might be the worst one. That one stings. In Spanish, I believe drops are gotas. I gotta put these gotas in every 4 hours. I gotta do all three. So let me tell you how it all started. So I guess it was, I'm not sure. I'd actually have to go back and think about it because I've been so stressed out by this whole thing over the past few days. But I believe it was about 5 days ago. Okay, 5 days ago I woke up and like this side of my eye right here was, you know, as you're looking out of it, had become like a complete black spot. So imagine you open your eyeball and you can't see out of like 20% of this side of your eye. Like you just can't see. Like right here, you look left, you look right, you can't see. I was like, okay. I've had floaters before, so I was like, well, you know, maybe I slept funny. Maybe I got a floater, you know, who knows. And I just kind of ran with that. I was like, well, I've had floaters before. I remember I had a floater in this eye once, and I thought, oh man, I thought I was going blind. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, no, you got a floater. You know, you're getting older, it happens. I was like, okay. So I basically went the rest of the day like that. And I said, okay, that's that. Second day, I woke up. It was kind of the same, but it had gotten slightly worse. Now it was not black over here, but it was like this 50% of this side of my eye was blurry. And I could see clearly on this side, but the other side had become blurry. So I was like, okay, never experienced this before, not quite sure what to make of it. And again, I assumed, you know, well, you know, let me just wait a little bit longer because I could still see out of both eyes. And I was like, well, I can see, you know, I'll let it go. That may not have been the best decision, but the third day was the day that was really, really strange because when I woke up, it had been the same as the day before. So I was already thinking like, okay, you know, maybe it is just a floater. Maybe it's, you know, it'll get better with time, you know, a month or two will go by and it won't bother you anymore. But what happened is that night I had a couple cups of coffee and I had a hard time really seeing out of this eye. And I even went to the store and I bought 3 new light bulbs to make it like brighter in the house. And I should have known right there, like, uh-oh, something's wrong. Because like, why all of a sudden would I want to get brighter light bulbs? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, if I'm going to get to a place, because I started reading online about retinal detachments, and I was like, well, if I'm going to get to a top care facility, I need to go now because it's possible the next day I wake up, maybe I can't see out of my eye. So I drove down at 10:30 at night, which probably wasn't, with limited vision. I mean, probably not the best thing to do, but I did, and I made it. I did make it. Slow traffic at night. I came from the country. And something's going on outside. And when I got to the office at 7 a.m. the next morning, because I got down here to Santo Domingo like 1:30 in the morning. When I got there the next morning, the doctor came in. They did your normal eye test, and he was like, yeah, we need to operate immediately. So that day, the exact same day. So let me put in this last set of drops, and by the grace of God, I'm very grateful that I can still see out of both of my eyes. This one's a little swollen shut. I'm trying to undo that right now. Hopefully my vision comes back, and I'm very thankful for it. And if I can see well again out of this eye, I will be thankful for it for the rest of my life. That's for sure. That's for sure. But they did a great job, and I was probably maybe I could have made it 3 or 4 more days before my retina completely detached, and I would have been blind in this eye completely. So I'm putting the last drops. So if you'd like to see me scream and squirm, this is your shot. I think this is it. Yeah, this looks like it. Hopefully I don't miss too much. I don't even know if I got this going on right. I think I got to take this other cap off or something. Does it come out like that? How does it work? Oh no, it's there. It's there. Just got to squeeze a little harder. Oh boy. So much fun. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to open up my eye a little bit here. And that'll be it for me. I know these lives are probably not what you guys want to see from me, but based on most of my content, I do drive, whether it be motorbike or truck, so it's kind of hard to do that if you don't have decent vision. So let me just wipe this away real quick. And let me peel open my eye so you guys can see. Yep, there it is. Still hurts to open it, but with these drops, I should be able to open up on its own pretty soon. And appreciate you guys watching. Hope everyone stays safe out there. And remember, be grateful for what you have. And I'm not talking about your finances or where you live. I'm talking about the things that you inherited when you were born in this world. Some of us have those things, some of us don't. But whatever you do have, be grateful for it, because I found out this week, you can really lose anything within a week. You know what I mean? It's possible. Today might be your last day with your life or with anything that you have in your life. So, use your time wisely. Do something inspiring. Do something great. And don't put it off until, forever, thinking that you're going to have time to do it, because the thing that you might want to do, you may not be able to do it in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll give you an update in the future. See you later.